Good morning, dear students. Today we will revise chapter 4. In the previous two modules, we discussed about metals and non-metals separately. In this particular module or class, we will do a kind of comparative study of metals and non-metals, or we will revise this chapter. Metals and non-metals. Metals are electropositive ion and non-metals are electronegative ion. Okay, so let's see. Metals will lose electron, that's why they will become positive ion, so they are called electropositive ion. Non-metals, they gain electrons and become negative ions, so they are called negative electronegative ions elements also. Examples: sodium can lose one electron, it will become positive Na plus by losing one electron. Chlorine, on the other hand, non-metal, having 17 atomic number, it can get one electron to complete its octet. Okay, so it will be chlorine will become Cl minus 1, it will get one electron. Okay, let's move further. Let's study something more about the properties of metals and non-metals, physical properties, as we discussed them separately also in our previous two classes. We all know most of the metals are solid. Exception is over there. It is mercury, that is not solid, that is, and non-metals, they may be solid, liquid or gases. Metals are hard except sodium and potassium. Non-metals which are solids are brittle, and diamond is the exception case over there. It is the hardest material, non-metal. Metals have metallic luster. Non-metals do not have luster. Some have dull luster. Okay, luster means most of the metals have shine in them, but this is not the case with non-metals. They are not having any shine or very dull in appearance. Metals have high melting point. In comparison to that, non-metals have low melting point as well as boiling point also. Metals are malleable. They can be made or converted into thin sheets, but we all know the non-metals are brittle. They will got break up easily, so they are not malleable. Metals are ductile, can be made into thin wires. Non-metals are not ductile. Okay. Metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Reverse is the case with non-metals. They are bad conductors or they are insulators of heat and electricity, except graphite. Graphite is an exception over there. Okay. So the last comparison is metals are sonorous, non-metals are not sonorous. Most of the metals, they will produce sound when being hit by some other metal or non-metal, but non-metals do not produce any sound. Okay, so in this particular slide we did a comparative study of metals and non-metals on the basis of their physical quantity. Okay, so let's move further. Let's study the second criteria for the comparison of metals and non-metal is their chemical properties. Reaction with oxygen. Metal reacts with oxygen and forms metal oxide. Non-metals react with oxygen makes metallic oxides. For example, when copper react with oxygen, it will form copper oxide. aluminium react with oxygen, it will form aluminium oxide. And on the other hand, when the non-metal sulfur react with oxide, it will form sulfur dioxide. Okay, and as well as carbon dioxide also when the carbon reacts with oxygen. So the second parameter or criteria of reaction with water, both metals and non-metals, when metal reacts with water, they will make metal hydroxides or metal oxides, and they will release hydrogen gas. For example, sodium plus water, sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas is released. You can see in all the examples what is being there common, it is hydrogen is released. KOH potassium hydroxide, COH calcium hydroxide, aluminium Al2O3 aluminium oxide, ferric oxide Fe3O4. Generally, non-metals do not react with water, though they may be very reactive in air. Such non-metals are stored in water. For example, phosphorus is very reactive non-metal. It will catch fire if exposed to air. To prevent the contact of phosphorus with atmospheric oxygen, it is stored in water. Okay, got it? Normally non-metal do not react with water, but phosphorus is an exception. When it is exposed to air, it will be it will burn itself. So it is kept in water, or it is stored in kerosene oil. Okay, sodium and phosphorus are the phosphorus is the metal non-metal that is being stored under water. Okay, let's move further. Reaction of metals and non-metals with acids. Metals react with dilute acids to form salt and hydrogen. MgCl2, magnesium chloride, aluminium chloride, zinc chloride, iron chloride, and hydrogen is released over there. And the thing that we new word we came to know over here, it is dilute. Dilute means the amount of acid is 10%, rest of the is water. And if it is reverse, then 90% of the acid is there, and if it is 10% of the water, then it will become concentrated, it will not remain dilute. Okay, and non-metals, they do not react with acids. Okay, so it's very easy to remember. Reaction of metal with metal salts. We have also studied the reactivity series of the metal. More reactive will be the metal. It can easily replace the less reactive metal from the solution. For example, copper is replaced by iron from the copper sulfate solution. Okay, and iron sulfate solution is made, and then copper is released because iron is more reactive than copper. Okay, reactivity series I told you earlier also. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver and gold. Gold is the least reactive and potassium is the most reactive. The question can be asked in these exams, your periodic exams, as well as in competitive exams also. Which one of the metal is most reactive and which one is the least reactive? Okay, so keep this table in your mind. Okay, let's move further. Do not forget, I'm coming back to the same again. Do not forget this table. This will definitely going to help you in your upcoming exams also. Question will be asked in the form of 2 or 3 marks questions. Write down the reactivity series of metal in decreasing or increasing order. Okay, got it? Let's move. Uses of metals and non-metals. You all know iron is used for making pins, nails, nuts, bolts, tools, machines, construction of buildings, bridges, etc. Aluminium is used for making utensils, wire, furniture, parts of the aircraft, vehicles, machines for packing goods and medicines, etc. Copper is used for making wire, vessels, electric gadgets, etc. Gold is used for making jewelry, coins, medals. Silver is also used for making jewelry, coins, and medals. Platinum is used for making jewelry, electric gadgets, plugs in vehicles. Sodium compounds are used as common salt, chemical, etc. Calcium compounds are used for making cement, glass also. So let's move to the use of non-metal also. Non-metal is essential for our life, which all living being inhale during the breathing. Non-metals are used in fertilizers to enhance the growth of the plants. Non-metals are used in water purification process also. Non-metals are also used in purple colored solution when it is applied on the wound as an antiseptic. As I told you earlier also, if you have any injury and you went to doctor, then the doctor many times the liquid of purple color will apply after cleaning it on the wounds, that will act as antiseptic. Non-metals are also used in cracker also. Okay, so let's move further. Corrosion, we all know corrosion is the damage caused to metal due to the reaction of metals with oxygen, moisture, carbon dioxide, etc. So for formation of brown coating of rust over iron, okay, formation of green coating of basic copper carbonate over copper. Okay, you can see in the test tubes also, you can understand from these test tube also, if you will leave an iron nail for a longer time, then definitely a brown colored layer will deposit over there. And if you will leave water in the copper vessels for a longer time, again a greenish layer will start depositing over there. That is the corrosion of iron as well as copper also. Okay, let's move further. Prevention of metals from being corrosion: you can apply oil or grease, you can paint by galvanization, by tinning, coating of with tin, by electroplating, coating a less reactive metal like chromium, by alloying, making alloys. Alloying or alloy is, it is a combination of two metals or one metal or non-metal. Steel, iron carbon, stainless steel, iron carbon, cobalt nickel, brass copper zinc, bronze copper tin, solder lead tin, used for welding electrical wires together. If one of the metal in an alloy is mercury, then it is called amalgam. Okay, got it guys? Let's move further. These were the keywords we discussed earlier also. So I ask you to revise them again for the better understanding of the chapter. Okay. So in this particular class, we did a kind of comparative study between the metals and non-metals, and it will make our task easy. If any of you miss the previous two classes, then this will overcome your absentees. This will overcome your absentees from the class. So it will pay full attention, try to understand, and your task for tomorrow is do exercise questions in your notebook. Okay, for any doubt you can ask, for any query guys feel free to ask, no need to hesitate, you can ask at any time. Ask at any time. So enjoy your day, guys. Thank you.